Hello YouTubers, Chilios2222 here, coming at you with a Springfield Goodies box opening. I just received this box from FedEx. Thank you, FedEx. And we are going to cut into it and see what we got for the Springfield Armory Hellcat. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. We are chopping into this bad boy. Today's presentation is brought to you by Cheez-It. They're a delicious snack cracker. I do enjoy the Cheez-It. Toasted is a good way to go. We're opening a Uline box. One of the companies I use to send out shipments. Today's opening is also brought to you from Cold Steel, the Outdoorsman Light. This is great for opening any letters and boxes that you have handy. First, what did we get from Springfield? We got a nice case. Springfield Armory since 1794. And I'm hoping the goodies are in the case. We're going to find out. We're opening the case. Probably hard for the camera to see in there. And we got the goodies. The goodies are in here. This is the Springfield promotion that's going on. I do like the Springfield promos. They provided the magazines. Okay, this is it pretty much. This is pretty down and dirty. These are the magazines for the Hellcat. So if you get a Hellcat, if you're familiar with the Hellcat, I'll do a separate video on that. This magazine, not sure if you'd call that the standard. Maybe it is, but that's what you get. And you get one of these guys too. These look the same to me, I'm not sure. Maybe the base plate. If you're a Hellcat fan out there, you probably know they have different ones. And that's that one. But they look very similar. They're textured. That's the count on that. Count on this guy here. So I guess they are a little different. Look at that. So I got one of these, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. This is what came in the package. We got two of these for Hellcat. This is for the regular Hellcat, not the Pro. And it came with one of these. So these all come out separately too. You have to fill out your paperwork, send your receipt. Then they gave me this nice bag here. So I did a review on this bag before. It's got a, it's actually got a nice spot for your nameplate right there, business card, what have you. On the inside, it's got, I should say the outside pocket, it's got two pockets. The outside pocket is just an open pocket. So it's just, that's all open area right there. I know it's dark on the camera, I apologize. On the inside, it's nice because you've got all these slots. And in the slots, you can put whatever you want, but if you can see right there, that's what the slots do for your magazines can go in there. So I'm just going to put all three in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 slots on this side. So 4 slots on that one side. And 4 on the other. Again, I apologize, this is dark, but I wanted to do this just as a thank you to Springfield Armory. Thank you, Springfield, for sending out the nice bag, the magazines. As I do this, I'm putting this back in the box. This came, that was in that front pocket. And this looks like your, I'm going to guess the screws for your sight. So I had heard some negativity about the site, but hey, look, it's all free. So if you buy this, it gives you a startup site. You have a nice little warning on here. And I guess that's why on the box you had that big old, like, scary battery thing. Because it's a lithium battery, I guess. Everything seems to be lithium. CR2032s. So make a note of that if you're using these sites. That's what they take. I think you can just get those at your local store. We have like CVS and Walgreens. You have Crimson Trace CTS 1500. This is all the stuff that came in that little plastic bag. So it's got your, please read the manual. Hey, focus there. Please read entire manual. This is your site. Right there. So hopefully you can see that. Focus seems a little wonky today. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Feel free to fast forward through my videos. I definitely would. But that's your CTS 1500 series sight with battery installed, powers on, and adjusts. Those are your screws. You might want to make a note of that. You've got different length screws. So I'm thinking that should be important. Product installation. So you got features and specs on your site. Maybe I should show you the site. So depending on the model, I guess you get a 3 MOA. And at 50 yards, that's 1.5 inches. If it's a 5, it's 2.6 at 50. So if you're not familiar with MOA, I believe that just means minute of angle. But it's just telling you sizes, and that corresponds to a distance that you have dialed in or you're trying to access with your firearm. This is your installation and mounting. So they want you to use a gunsmith. I think you can do it yourself. I've seen people use Loctite for these, probably blue Loctite. That's your adjustments. So tiny little screws in there, look at that. Windage and elevation. Maintenance. Lifetime warranty, that's cool. Can't go wrong with that. So if you have a problem, you can send it in. It's your battery warnings. Lithium batteries, you know, you just be careful. They do have some guidelines. Still more battery warnings. That's a lot. All right, now onto the site itself. If you you haven't caused damage with your batteries. So this site comes with a little cover. See a little cover on there? It's very light. I didn't even know this was in the bag. These sites are super, super lightweight, which is probably a good thing because it's going basically on top of your pistol and you really don't want a ton of weight. Interesting. I'm kind of struggling to get the little cover off. So that's good times. Maybe there's a trick to it. I don't know. I'm struggling though. I'm wondering, is there a good trick to this? Oh, I got it. Yeah, it's just a thin, you have to look at like around the edge. I'll teach you the trick. If this is on there, I kind of wish they didn't have that on there, but it's a protector. It fits really, really tight and flush to here. So you just look for a little edge line and you kind of pull on that with a fingernail. My fingernails aren't too great. This is your CT sight. It's got your MOA on there. Look at that. There we go. Front of your sight. Back. Looks like your adjustments in there. Look how tiny that is. And your other adjustment right there. I wonder, did they enclose a tool for that? But it looks like it. Inside your little equipment bag, you've got these tools. So your little Allen tools, your screws, right there. Trying to see, look, they already have thread locker on them. Look at that. And I'm wondering if it has actually like something that tells you which screws to use for which sight or which firearm. There's your CR 2032. That's your lens cloth, I guess. Crimson Trace lens cloth. Crimson Trace sticker. And here's a little warning, I guess. Ingestion hazard. So I'll go through this again. CT sticker. We'll put that back in. You've got the different screws, screw lengths. So just be careful which ones you do decide to use for this. I think they're dependent on what firearm you have. You've got the sight itself. Little CT sight, very lightweight. Got the cover for it. Crimson Trace cover. Why I put that back on, that was just for you guys. I definitely did not just make the mistake of doing that myself, because that's going to be hard to get back off again. That's going back into the bag. Crimson Trace book. Let's look in here and see if it says what screws to use. Yeah, it just says product installation and mounting. So I'm looking to find the screws. But yeah, it doesn't really look like it specifies which screws are for or for what. So I wonder if it's the short screws or the long screws. Maybe somebody can clear me up on the Hellcat for that. And that's it, pretty much. That's the packet. Thank you, Springfield. That was the promotion. Gonna try to put it all back together. Not forget my battery. And that's it. CTS 1500 sight ×1 bulk. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Springfield Armory, for sending out this pack. I have to figure out now which screws to use with the Hellcat. Thanks again. Chilios 2222 out.